dramatically.
Yeah.
But the Badgers, like, they always say you turn the ball over more than twice in a game, you're in trouble. So
yeah, especially against a team like Alabama.
Yeah, we bring in Bob now, and I'm sure he'd love to just jump in and talk about this
yeah, he would.
all morning.
Well, I've been to the first 2 games, and
really?
Yeah, down there at Madison, and it's going to take a major effort. It really is. I mean, to be all in seriousness, as Mike said, I think Alabama's going to win. Yeah, I think Alabama's going to win.
Are you going tomorrow, Bob?
No, I can't go tomorrow,
okay.
but I'll be anxiously watching, and I just hope they can step it up. Is what
be competitive.
They have to,
yeah,
be competitive, because even if they return a kickoff, or if they intercept a ball with pick 6, they're going to need more than that. I mean, 16-point difference. I'm betting on Alabama to cover that easily.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough task.
It really is. It really is. But this is only Friday. We're not there yet.
That's right.
Hey, Bob, congratulations. I saw on your Facebook 30 years over there at the station.
I'm trying to catch up.
Well, keep going. You got a couple more to do.
Just a few.
All right.
But
Thanks, Bob.
You bet. That's great. Well, let's take a look at what's going on this morning. We got the crop progress report. But first of all, let's talk about what I think is one of the most fun harvests we have. Most fields around the state are at least beginning to see some harvest activity as farmers start to get their corn, put up more hay, and a lot of things are going on in the fields. But the most beautiful fall harvest is again upon us. It's the annual cranberry harvest as the marshes yield their red berries for another year. This year, the 20,000 cranberry bogs that stretch across 18 counties in the state are expected to yield about 5 million barrels this year, and that means it'll be the 30th consecutive year that Wisconsin has led the nation in cranberry production. Nationally, cranberry yields are expected to be around 8.25 million barrels. First cranberries in Wisconsin, if you didn't know it, were grown back in the 1830s, and that's long before Wisconsin was even a state. Well, let's take a look at the big numbers, shall we? The U.S. Corn crop got 39 billion bushels bigger from last month. Yesterday's USDA crop production and World Agriculture Supply and Demand estimates now puts the corn harvest at 15.186 billion bushels based on a record 183.6 bushels an acre. Taking into account all corn usage, that include things like ethanol, exports, and feed needs. Ending stocks are now projected to be just over 2 billion bushels, and the average farm gate corn price for this year is now put at $4.10 a bushel, down a dime from the August forecast. Soybean crop was put at 4.586 billion bushels, down 3 million from August. That's based on yields of 53.2 bushels an acre. The average soybean price now forecast at $10.80 a bushel. And Wisconsin's corn harvest is forecast to hit 535 million bushels this fall. That's down 3% from last year, as yields were put at 182 bushels an acre in yesterday's report. That's up 6 from last year. But remember, here in Wisconsin, a lot of prevented plant acres this year because of all the rains during the planting season. You don't plant it, it doesn't grow. Well, the soybean crop now put at 114 million bushels across the state. That's up 9% from 2023. That's based on yields of 54 bushels an acre. That's up 3 from last year. Just over 2.9 million acres will be harvested for corn for grain. A lot of the others, of course, going for silage, which is coming off right now. Soybeans, 2.12 million. Now, more states are coming out against the sale and consumption of lab-grown meat products. Florida and Alabama already have state bans on those products, and Iowa won't allow school districts or publicly funded universities from buying and using that meat either. And now Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen is pushing the Nebraska legislature to pass a bill that would ban the sale of lab-grown meats in the Cornhusker state. He has already signed an executive order that stops state agencies and anyone with a state contract from buying that lab-grown meat. Nebraska, by the way, is the second largest cattle producer in the nation. Well, let's take a look at the effect of that report on the prices yesterday. Really not too bad. Corn dropped early, but then came back. And overnight, that December corn price up 3 cents at $4.09. The wheat is up a nickel at $5.84, and soybeans up 2 cents at $10.12 this morning. Dairy markets continue to hum along. Barrel cheese up another nickel yesterday, $2.43.5, and I don't remember it being that high. The blocks did fall 3.5 cents to $2.28, and the butter down 9 at $3.08.5. Class 3 futures yesterday, September up another 2 cents at 23.18. The October price was down 8 cents at 23.82, and November down 15 at 23.18. So that's where we are this morning. And also, Bob, I saw the beautiful pictures of the wonderful Sonnentag Center that you had on earlier. What a place that is, and boy, oh boy, is that going to be fun. I mean, young athletes have to really want to play in that facility, I would think.
Yeah, Bob, I was there on Monday when we were live there, and I ran into some of the Blue Gold freshman basketball players, including a young man, Andrew Roxvald, who played over at Eau Claire North, and these kids are like pinching themselves.
Oh, that's
I just think it has to help recruiting in all sports.
Oh, it's coming into the modern world, that's for sure, and it's about time. So congratulations. It's a wonderful facility, and thanks to the Sonnentags. That's
Absolutely.
a major effort. Hey, happy anniversary, Bob. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Bob. You too.
All right.